On Sunday, June 18, tragedy struck as the world received devastating news. As the details slowly emerged, a frantic search and rescue operation was launched. A tourist submarine had gone missing during a dive to the legendary wreck of the Titanic in the mid-Atlantic. Welcome to the Box Factory. Today we will be discussing the latest about missing, and now presumed damaged, Titan Submersible, including who was on it, and search and rescue efforts. Before we start, make sure to hit like, and subscribe to the Box Factory, for all of the news and updates on this tragic event. Just an hour and 45 minutes into its dive, contact with the small sub was lost, leaving everyone on edge. The U.S. Coast Guard immediately sprang into action, initiating a massive search and rescue mission. OceanGate, the tour firm responsible for the expedition, left no stone unturned in their efforts to rescue the 5 people on board. Tickets for this once-in-a-lifetime experience cost $250,000, offering an 8-day trip with dives to the wreck at a depth of 3,800 meters, 12,500 feet. A collaborative effort between government agencies, the U.S. and Canadian navies, and commercial deep-sea firms was underway to support the rescue operation. Days passed, and the search continued relentlessly. The focus was on an area where Canadian aircraft had detected underwater noises. But time was running out for the passengers, as the submersible carried only a maximum of 96 hours, or 4 days, worth of emergency oxygen supply. As Thursday approached, the grim reality set in. The U.S. Coast Guard recovered damaged wreckage from the craft, confirming everyone's worst fears. The passengers had tragically lost their lives. Now let's take a moment to remember those who were on board the ill-fated submersible. The 4 passengers and their pilot have been identified as Pakistani businessman Shahzada Dawood and his son, Suleiman, French Titanic expert Paul-Henri Nargeolet, and Hamish Harding, chairman of Dubai-based Action Aviation. In a poignant Instagram post before the journey, Hamish Harding shared his excitement about the expedition, expressing concerns about the weather conditions. Suleiman, the 19-year-old son, initially had reservations but went along to make his father happy, as Father's Day fell during the trip. The allure of exploring the Titanic's history was too strong to resist. Shedding light on the ill-fated expedition, Arthur Leubel, a retired German businessman and adventurer, who embarked on a similar trip in 2021, described it as a kamikaze operation. He emphasized the daring and adventurous nature required for such an endeavor. Now, let's dive into what it was like inside the lost Titanic touring submersible. According to CBS correspondent David Pogue, who experienced a trip on Titan last year, the vessel lacked traditional seating and had only one toilet. Passengers had to sit cross-legged on the floor, peering through a porthole to catch a glimpse of the Titanic's remains. Titan relied on text messages to communicate with its mothership due to the absence of GPS underwater. The submersible was required to provide updates every 15 minutes. Interestingly, it was operated using a gaming controller, reminiscent of a PlayStation controller. Backup systems allowed for manual control in case of remote failure. Titan operated with caution, maintaining distance from the Titanic wreckage to avoid entanglement or becoming trapped in debris. However, the submersible's limited heating capabilities and the dark, cold, high-pressure environment posed challenges for passengers' mental and physical well-being. Criticism arose from Hollywood film director James Cameron, known for his iconic movie Titanic. He revealed concerns about the submersible's construction, suggesting that the parent company, OceanGate, had cut corners and failed to obtain necessary certifications. With his extensive experience and 33 submersible dives to the Titanic wreck, Cameron questioned the technology used by OceanGate and expressed his hesitation about boarding the sub. Tragically, the authorities confirmed that the submersible, Titan, suffered a catastrophic implosion, resulting in the loss of all 5 lives on board. During its descent to explore the wreckage of the Titanic, the submersible lost contact with its mothership, the Polar Prince, 1 hour and 45 minutes into the journey. The U.S. Coast Guard announced the discovery of the tail cone and other debris from the missing submersible, located approximately 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic. Resting at a depth of 13,000 feet in the North Atlantic Ocean, the Titanic serves as a solemn reminder of this tragic event. The White House extended its heartfelt condolences to the families of those who lost their lives aboard the Titan submersible. Recognizing the harrowing ordeal they have endured, the nation stands with them in thoughts and prayers during this difficult time. In the wake of this devastating incident, questions arise about the safety protocols and certifications involved in deep-sea explorations. As we reflect on the lives lost and the impact of this tragedy, we must strive for enhanced safety measures to ensure the protection of those who venture into the mysteries of the deep sea.